Welcome, THL. We are here with the Big Ted and Pond casting the final match of the Legacy Finals. We've got RageDopple versus TerdHerder in the 5 seed. The players have been waiting for quite a bit, so we're just going to try and get to the game shortly. RageDopple got Rogue banned away, and TerdHerder had his Hunter banned away. So I'm going to send the players live. Ted and Pond, you want to talk about how you're doing and all that while we get the games going?
Yeah, sure. So just to go over the classes, it will be RageDopple with Druid, Hunter, and Warlock, with his Rogue being banned, versus TerdHerder's Paladin, Priest, and Warrior, with his Hunter being banned, like mentioned earlier.
Looking at the match.
Sorry, go on.
Looking at the matchup, I think the key thing is for RageDopple to be able to get his Warlock a win. To me, that feels like the weak point of his lineup.
I agree.
And it's very much going to be on what TerdHerder's Paladin is. That Warrior might have some troubles, but the Hunter-Warrior matchup usually is pretty Warrior-favored.
And they are in game now.
Sweet. So it will be RageDopple on the bottom of your screen.
We got RageDopple on the Druid. And TerdHerder on the Warrior.
The chaos.
Sweet.
I must protect the
It looks like Rage has gone with the Token Druid. And TerdHerder on the Galakron Warrior. So my understanding is this is a very Galakron Warrior favored matchup, especially with that risky skipper that's already in TerdHerder's hand, able to clear off board after board with, or at least one ward, and still set up your own, especially if you have the Bomb Wrangler to go alongside that. And that is
It's interesting that he threw back the Scion. That's a huge tempo swing and already having one invoke. I'm not sure if I like that. I think I might want to try to have 2 invokes and just be able to use that huge tempo swing.
Yeah, definitely a consideration. I think, especially not knowing what you're going up against, it's kind of risky to throw that away, but it kind of paid off here. He picked up 2 smaller minions to probably combo off with that skipper and get board clears, as well as his Eternium Rover to play on turn 1 and not have to play the skipper without getting off an effect right away. But yeah, I think not knowing what the Druid is, it's pretty risky to be tossing that back.
Yeah, I agree. So you're just going to play the Rover. Another consideration would have been Skipper Coin Rover. Yeah.
I think he probably wants a little bit more value out of that. He doesn't want to necessarily follow it up in Armorsmith and, just like lose the board completely, or at least,
Very fair.
He doesn't have to go slow, especially with that Awaken pickup. Go a little bit safer.
I like this Eternium Rover into Armorsmith opening. I feel that's very powerful.
Yeah.
Even getting the Druid to trade into the Rover.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So probably just going to be slamming the Armorsmith. 2 Awaken pickups, which is going to be huge. It does mean that nothing in hand left to combo with the risky skipper if they go with the Armorsmith, but I still think you just probably rip the Armorsmith. Looks like he's considering coining the Awaken. Or just...
Oh, looks like he's, yeah. This is a lot of armor.
It's a lot of armor.
Armor made to fit.
You're not really, the only thing that we see and would be in the deck that can clear off this skipper is the Savage Roar, which is rough to lose to just take out a skipper. But you're probably going to be going Awaken next turn. I'm not sure that's exactly what you want to be doing after a skipper play. So we'll see how it pays off. But on RageDopple's side, you're probably just thinking the landscaping, or again, Savage Roar just to remove the skipper, which feels really bad.
Yeah, just a really awkward hand for Turd here.
Yeah, they both don't have strong things. Like, there's no payoff for that garden gnome in hand. Maybe you pick up one of your heavy spells later, but
Yeah.
so
Turd might just have to awaken here.
Awaken and trade off the armor smith?
yeah, you can awaken and trade off the armor smith. It doesn't feel
Burn them all.
great. You leave your skipper at 1, so it's going to just get clear away by the hero power if that's the route they go. The other consideration is the ritual chopper, clear off 1, and you're probably going face with both the other two. But
Conundrum.
At least if you at least if you force them to hero power to kill the skipper, that means they only have 2 mana to develop, and that's more likely to play into something like an awaken or a maniac to develop.
Yeah.
It's like he's just playing awaken and going face.
Yeah, I like getting a clear on one of these treants though. Ooh.
Yeah, I
probably
agree.
just he's setting up for another awaken next turn. Potentially, but again, RageDopple's hand is not great. Probably looking at just going squirrel, hero power, and trade.
Like my issue with that is you get so punished by aeroponics here.
Yeah, especially like that too. Like, you're leaving stuff up for the aeroponics. You're setting up for another awaken, which is not using your efficient mana.
Yeah. Oh, good draw.
Yes, that is definitely going to get that hand live again. Probably looking at just a Devoted Maniac turn, playing on curve efficiently. Awaken is the consideration because it gets the full clear.
Yeah, full clear, and yeah, now you can't spend your mana efficiently.
You can still spend it. You're not playing on curve in the long term, but this next turn you don't really have anything to fill out that curve. But again, RageDopple's hand is still just so awkward.
And you also can make a really good read that RageDopple doesn't have any buff cards, because he probably would have buffed both of those 2/1s if he had the buff card. So the hand read is going to turn out to be wrong because it's going to turn out that it was the correct read, but he does pick up the Blessing of Ages this turn. So Turd might play expecting no buff cards when in fact Rage has one.
Unfortunately, Doppel with nothing to buff, this Anubis Half Defender definitely isn't going to stick.
It just feels so bad playing that for 5 mana.
Yeah. 5 mana Senjin.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
No.
And not that saving the mana and getting to just play a 4 mana Senjin feels great, but
Conundrum.
Yeah.
It does basically nullify this entire turn from Turd, though.
Yeah, he's likely setting up a Scion of Ruin, and so getting to trade off the board and keep a 3/2. I don't like really developing the risky skipper alongside of that, and I don't like getting a weapon and just the hero power in or the Devoted Maniac. I'd rather leave the 3/2, keep stuff to fight on board.
That's definitely one thing to keep in mind for TerdHerder is he's now used 3 of his AoE cards for Warrior, and really they're just now entering the mid to late game. So it puts him in a difficult position. The drawing of aeroponics is huge though because it activates the Garden Gnome. That's just a huge draw for Raid. That was exactly what he needed. He gets card draw as well. Can make a huge board.
Yes.
Yeah, that was kind of the ideal top deck for him there.
Oh yes, especially into that. Those 2 are going to be really difficult. The risky skipper is the last thing left. It's not buffed. It can at most get 3 spins. So it's going to be a little rough.
So what it won't It can really only clear off like one forest aid board, and that's it.
Yeah.
Once everything turns into 3/3s.
Yeah, so this turn's probably a Scion of Ruin Ritual Chopper. Just clear up the board. You know, again,
If I actually like a Risky Skipper Scion of Ruin, clear off the 2/2s, just leave a 2/3, and then Inner Rage to clear off the 2/3. I think Turd's to the point where he needs to be pushing damage phase and developing a board that can push damage phase. So
okay.
I want 3 of that Scion of Ruin to stick, unfortunately.
Yeah, just really painful for him that he doesn't have that Leroy burst damage to finish the game off with anymore.
Yeah, he could be, going with the Korkron combo, but it looks like, Turd is completely out of gas. That hand is going to do, nothing to even clear off this Goru. And it might come down to, does Turd top deck the Galakrond?
I think tempo-wise, he needs a Galakrond.
Yeah.
There's no other answer.
Yeah. I mean, the pickup will open up a way to remove, but again, you're investing a lot of resources to get this off the board. Your opponent is still relatively healthy. You can put them down to 16 this turn, but you really need to end this game quickly. Like the Force Aid's going to come down next turn. Yeah, I think Turd is recognizing that at this point he is pretty much all in.
Yeah.
Not sure I like developing the Risky Skipper right there, or at least letting it take the damage. Maybe playing it at the end of this.
Yeah, I agree, because it's not really, helping any trade. It would have helped if he wanted to use the Inner Rage to keep the 2-1 alive.
Yeah. But this looks like just a straightforward Force Aid. One way to... Ooh, that...
It's not enough.
It's not enough. You can clear off one of these.
Yeah.
And on the backswing, you're going to take...
16 plus another 12, so you're going to take 28, I believe. Oh, that's more. That's lethal.
Going to be game.
Yeah, it stinks playing a Galakrond deck and never drawing your Galakrond.
Yeah. Game 1 going to RageDopple here.
Yep.
That's a nice win pickup for the Druid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Losing that game would have put Rage in a pretty difficult position, as he's having to win into a Paladin too. Great play by Rage.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That very awkward hand just kept it really level. Just kept pressuring the best he could.
Yeah, exactly. He did, very good job navigating around those early awkward turns to end up getting it. All right, so what do you think Turd counters with?
So, Rage is left on the Hunter Warlock. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Legacy. I'm sorry.
The Hunter Warlock, you probably just go your Warrior again.
Yeah, I link the Warrior just because the Warrior has to get a win, and you can't let the Hunter and the Warlock sneak through.
Maybe Priest, depending on what the Priest is. If it's not sure how the control priest goes into Galakron warrior or warlock, because that's a consideration. You know, it could be Zoo, could be the control, but you really don't want that warlock to sneak through.
Yeah, if the warlock is very aggressive, I think it could get in faster than the priest. I think if you're Galakron, the priest is probably not going to have any issues. Yeah, I've played priest all season, and if I see a warlock, I'm comfortable with that. The Zoo, unfortunately, it also depends on the build of his priest. If he has a lot of the early clears, it plays very differently than one that is more late game developed. If he has things like Holy Nova, for example, Holy Nova is great in the Zoo,
It is, absolutely.
especially with the mana reduction that just buffs Holy Nova. In terms of priest.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And we're also assuming that it's a holy priest, a control priest. It could be a combo priest.
It could, yeah.
It could. I don't think so. You know, with the Northshire cleric rotating.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it feels pretty bad now. And the Power Word Shield also. Wait,
Yeah.
oh no, Interfire's gone too, right?
Yes, Cinderfire is also
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, so combo priest is
Oh,
gone.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna make the assumption that it's not a combo priest based on
Yeah.
those specs.
I'm inclined to agree now. Yeah.
So Rage is currently DC'd, so we're going to be waiting for him to catch back up. So, you know, the other thing that we haven't talked about is it could be a Highlander priest. You know, we've seen Zetalot specifically have some success with that. The deck I've heard is very fun to play too, so could be more powerful than we thought previously.
I have not had the chance to try it out. Have you, Based? Or...
I have not either. I've been trying to play a little less Hearthstone. You know, avoid that burnout going into the new year.
Yeah.
Come back a little bit fresher. So
I do have to say I love the change of Hearthstone for no duplicates and packs. That has just made my month for playing Hearthstone because I want to give a shout out to Hearthstone for doing that change. It was long desired and yeah, neat change.
I agree with you.
Yeah, it feels a lot better. You know, someone was saying like now they're concerned that they won't get the dust, but again, you just go through those epics that are garbage and you dust those because those were just gonna be duplicates of stuff you already had.
Yeah.
You know, so the dust should actually be more because you know you won't have to craft as many things. You won't have to craft those epics that you did want.
I was gonna say I'd rather just have the cards than have the dust to make the cards.
Yeah, make that decision later.
Yeah.
You know, and then I know this is going to be controversial to THL, but I dust any golden legendary that I get the regular of. So how that works is now you're going to get all of them, so I can dust any golden legendaries and craft legendaries in future sets. So
I'd crafted a golden legendary of Leroy, so I'm very proud of my investment there.
Yeah, I mean, he was going to go away sometime. You know, it was just a matter of time. So you might as well go ahead and craft Edwin too.
I have opened Edwin in a pack. I have played long enough that I'm down to about 10 legendaries I have not opened in the classic set. So I'm also one of the last free to play people I think out there.
Damn, nice.
Yeah, it is. That's pretty impressive. Yeah.
The compliments of I dusted my wild to the tune of I think it was 88k dust one. So that has been fueling me.
All right, and it looks like they're back and ready to go, and we are good to spec again.
Fantastic.
Uh-oh. I am getting an error. I don't know about you all.
I'm currently spectating both of them, but we will see if I'm actually spectating both of them.
Oh,
Okay.
yep, I'm getting the same thing with spectating Rage.
I think we're gonna have to back out of the client. So Pond, you are on your own right now.
Okay. I cannot see them either, so I'm
All right.
backing out as well.
I think Rage actually. I think Rage is gonna have to restart after this game.
They already both restarted.
Yeah, but he might. But like I've seen this error before, and I think the only way to fix it is to restart again.
Okay.
So I guess we can just spectate Turd for now.
Yeah.
Come on in. Spend an evening by the fire.
Yeah, it does look like Rage has that error.
Yeah. Oh, my game is even loading now.
I have to commend both of these teams. They've really been top-notch the entire season, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. I think all of us were in the gold conference as well. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
it's a all gold conference finals, which is quite impressive. I am in specking Turd.
All right, sweet.
But yeah, I don't have any access to RageDopple's hand. So we've got TerdHerder on the Mech Paladin, and RageDopple on a Warlock with just a tap on 2. So very likely to be the Control Warlock, which dangerous matchup for the Mech Paladin.
Yeah, I feel like that's a matchup that's very winnable for the Warlock, and that being the difficult deck for Rage, I think that doesn't work out in Turd's favor, unfortunately for him. Drew a bad matchup.
TerdHerder's got a very strong start with the buffed magnetized Glowtron onto the Joey bot, as well as the Skyclaw, into RageDopple having only tapped and already down to 23 life. I don't know if we've got the spec going on for everyone, but it's a pretty good spot for the Paladin still. There's a lot of room in that early game if RageDopple doesn't have anything to manage the board. There's no Dark Skies, there's no Crazy Netherwing to come down and clear off the board on 5. But it looks like it's just going to play the Devoted Maniac, clear off the Skyclaw, reduce some of the damage coming in. And,
all right, I am in now. So yeah,
definitely the Goboglide tech's going to come down, clean up some of the board, help you push some more damage face. You don't have to worry about the Coin Netherwing next turn, so you're probably not looking to keep your minions above that 3 health, but you are thinking about that for the next turn. So maybe you clear up these 2 tokens, you buff up your Joey bot again,
Converting stored energy.
choosing to magnetize onto that one, and then a Blessing of Kings on the next turn can help you push a bunch of damage and then keep them further out of the AoE range.
Job done.
Yeah, this is not one where you want to keep the tokens.
no, it is not.
But it's also not one where you just want to go tall, because a Plague of Flames will come down and clear off the whole board. So it really is tricky for the Paladin, but it looks pretty good. We don't know what RageDopple's hand is, but TerdHerder's keeping it.
The Dark Skies will clear all except
Dark
their 1.
Skies with the Mortal Coil clear the whole board. So TerdHerder kind of put back to square one here. The Hot Air Balloon and the Blessing of Kings, sets up the best board.
I think that's kind of like his only choice right now.
Yeah, it's a little bit all in.
I like this going wide. I think even if he Crazy Netherwings, you stick the micro mummy.
Yeah, with that pickup, you get the thing that will stick. You know, and also they have to have it. You know, they have to have it, and they have to have the dragon, which they only do so many times on 5. But it looks like he does not have it, or is choosing just to develop the taunt. Will let you kind of keep developing and you know, clear off most of this board. Does that change, or is it still a blessing at King's turn?
I like kings on the micro mummy. That way, it sets you up well for a Noyo module next turn. The other option is to go true silver, but
yeah, I also like this. You keep it on something that you hope the body will keep growing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I don't like trading it off just to try and prevent a plague of flames. You know, they just need, you know, 2 more things to come down. They can clear the whole board. Yeah, any invoke will do it, but you know, any invoke would have done it anyways. Is also the thinking. So as much damage face as you can get. You know, you're really on the clock, especially with this hand. Be really nice to know what Rage is holding.
we get to see this game from TerdHerder's perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're team TerdHerder right now.
It
looks like
it's a crazy netherwing.
Yeah, looks like it's a crazy netherwing. Oh, it's another dark
second
skies.
dark skies.
Yeah.
Almost out of time.
Like, oh, good draw.
That's a very good pickup. You know, with the true silver, you can clear off the bad luck. You're not super happy to see those shuffle in because drawing one of those is likely game over. It looks like he's just going to go for the buff here and really try and hope that the Skyclaw sticks above all else.
It's like he's just gonna interesting. I would have put it on one of the microcopters, not the Skyclaw itself. You want that to be protected.
Yeah.
The nice thing is this a Crazed Netherwing does not clear this board.
No. I mean, there's been multiple times that it's been a strong play, so I think at this point you think that it's not in the hand.
Okay.
You know, like last turn you could have developed the 5/5 instead of the Albatross and kept the Dark Skies in your hand. So maybe that's the thinking is, you know, I'm not worried about Netherwing anymore.
This protects his entire board.
Yeah. You get a little bit more on the health of your taunt doing it this way. You have a little less attack though, is another part of the considerations. You know, it still clears off the Albatross if that's what you use to pop the Divine Shield. But
And that feels pretty bad having another Breath of 2-1.
yeah.
Oh, but there's the Plague of Flames, alright. It's looking pretty bad for Turd.
Yeah, especially Rage, you know, getting back that the full 4 health off of that.
Not a bad top deck.
Nope, definitely something that'll stick, but it's time to go all in. Hopefully the Octosari is in the deck and close to the top here. But I know it's a much rarer inclusion in the deck.
TerdHerder just seems to be needing more gas every game, it feels like. So it'll be interesting to see what Hunter RageDopple has picked, because I think that will significantly alter how Turd has to play into it. If he went Dragon, or if he went Highlander, or even Quest.
I will act as your steel thrice.
I mean, to note, both Paladin and Galakron Warrior are good into a lot of the hunters. You know, Highlander Hunter notably is probably the best at combating the Galakron Warrior, but you know, folds even harder to the Mech Paladin. So he could be left with the option for the reverse sweep. You know, he has the Priest as well left, so those are 3 decks that are potentially very strong into the Hunter that will be left if he does lose this game still. You know, he's not out of gas yet, but it's you know, looking kind of grim, especially with RageDopple getting into the later mana turns.
RageDopple has used a fair amount of board clear, though.
He has, yeah.
He's used both his Dark Skies. He's also used the Plague of Flames. So he's down to maybe 1 Plague of Flames, and we haven't seen any signs of Galakron yet.
Yeah, he's one invoke away of a full Galakron. He's still got both Netherwings. He still has
There's another one in
breath. Yep, 1 breath and 2 sack packs left. So that's, you know, up to 14 more health, just in the bank. Some are waiting in that deck. But from here on out, it looks like he'll be able to clear almost anything that Turd plays. Ooh, other than this Replicating Menace.
Once again, a pretty good top deck.
Yep. You know, but still, we got 2 Albatrosses in there. Those are 2 completely dead top decks where you end up with just 2 1/1s for your turn. But, you know, it is getting very close with RageDopple only on the 11 life. Like, you know, I don't know if Rage can afford to tap anymore, and it's just going to have to depend on the tools in his hand.
I think this is Turd very astutely playing to his outs and going, this is how I can win the game. I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
Full second Netherwing.
Yes. So that puts him on just the 1 more Plague of Flames. Yeah, and
there's the Albatross.
There's the Albatross. On 15 life, so just, you know, there's no Leroy to surprise get the KO here, but he could be.
Albatross is making an appearance in the finals.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point you can ignore Turd and say you have 1 more turn. You can ignore this board. There's nothing that can magnetize to it. They need to find a single card to deal 10 damage. So Pyroblast. Yeah, top deck your Pyroblast. But other than that, I think you can close out this game next turn if you just choose to ignore these 2 1/1s. Maybe
I'd be pretty impressed if Turd pulled out a Pyroblast.
It would be.
Ziliax is not a horrible top deck.
Yeah, Ziliax. You know, there's still Divine Shield taunts, but there's Ziliax and the other Annoy module.
That's a ton of bad stuff.
Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna put him on 5 and load up the board, which
I don't think that's not it.
That's not it. Nope. And we're going to game 3 with RageDopple up 2-0. So, you know, typically, THL, you're now queuing your best deck. You want to get those points for your teams, but there's, I think, two mentalities you go into this when it's a do or die situation of I'm going to play the most tilting deck to start, or I'm going to play my least favorite deck into this, and either try and get the mental advantage there, or just get that worst case scenario out of the equation and set you up for that reverse sweep. But
we should be having a small break while RageDopple restarts.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and also restart. I think that is probably our best bet.
Yeah. Yeah, this happened on Friday night as well.
Yeah, there's been a few spectator bugs. I think the first time I played on stream, I had this bug where I had tried to spectate my brother earlier in the day, and I had a bug there, and then the game thought I was spectating, and so no one could spectate me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a very strange bug that I'm not sure how it happened, but it does not feel like this spectator mode is quite there sometimes.
It seems to have gotten very bad in like the last like month or so. Seems to have been a lot worse than it was.
Yeah. Huge shout out to Donde, who is behind the scenes and got this set up last minute notice. So gotta give that huge shout out to the boss. Getting this on stream. Big apologies to RageDopple and TerdHerder for making you wait so long to play this game, but all of the community was really asking for this. Super excited that we could be bringing this to you. But
yeah, it's been just a huge day of people's internet going out, and then Donde having to step in, and then
Shout out to all the guys on these teams on getting the matches streamed. It's a really great thing to be able to watch, and high quality Hearthstone for you guys. It's nice to see.
Now,
we had Turd have to also back out, so we're going to be a little bit longer. All of us had to reset our clients, it sounds like, but should we get back into it again? We have TerdHerder with Paladin, Priest, and Warrior trying to get the win against RageDopple's Hunter. Again, 4th and Inches versus Dad Legend. Right now, 4th and Inches posed to take the win, but Dad Legend could get this reverse sweep and take it down in 2 different series.
Yep. Not over till it's over.
Yeah, and speaking of Hero, tomorrow night we got All-Stars. Big Ted's playing in it. I will be joining late to cast it. Should be a ton of fun. And it looks like we are ready to get back in. And then later we have the final match of Aeon versus Taplas. Yeah, so that should be an exciting one. We got Typhoon versus who is that?
Well, it looks like it is Dragon Hunter.
Let the hunt begin.
For RageDopple.
I got booted from specking.
Nice.
I'll be back.
Nice, really nice opening hand for TerdHerder.
Absolutely.
And Hot Air Balloon. It's interesting. RageDopple kept the kill command. So.
Yeah, and it's the Highlander variant of Dragon, not the more aggro.
This looks like a more control. Might be Highlander Hunter, actually.
No, yeah, well, it's like the because there's like 2 variants of Highlander. There's the one where you just run the Seeker package, and the one where you run the Dragon package, and this seems to be the Dragon variant.
Oof. Brutal first turn for RageDopple with Herd developing the Hot Air Balloon. It's interesting that he chose to
Christology. I don't like the Christology there. Because now Rage just has spring paw links for an easy clear.
But the Christology very nicely sets up Galvanizer into Hot Air Balloon. The
Very
unfortunate thing for Rage is now his spring paws are getting used on the Hot Air Balloon, and he doesn't have any beast for the kill command.
Well, I cannot spec RageDopple at all, so I will be joining Team TerdHerder.
It feels like you've been Team TerdHerder this entire series now. RageDopple's hand is a Boom Pistol Bully, Kill Command, Dragon Queen Alistraza, Fountain Brand, and Snip Snip.
Very good draw.
Nice pickup. I feel, oof. I like Skyclaw into a Glowtron, potentially. Magnetized on the hot air balloon. I want to clear off the Snip Snap. So yeah, Skyclaw into a Glowtron magnetized on the hot air balloon will kill off most of the Snip Snap, leave 1/1/1, and force him to run that into...
Converting stored energy.
Okay, he's just going face.
I mean, I think I like that. There's not too many ways for the hunter to like do an AoE.
Yeah.
Explorer finds not a whole lot. Probably evasive worm.
He doesn't have a good turn 4. The bully's probably turn 5.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Probably the bully turn 5 and then.
It's a very nice job by TerdHerder putting RageDopple on his back foot. Yeah, picking the evasive worm fits perfectly. He now has a 5, 6, and 7 for RageDopple. Yeah, the the microbots are just the replicating menace combined with the Skyclaw will give him a really good clear of the Primordial Leo Explorer. TerdHerder just able to go so wide.
Yeah, that's gonna be another 6 damage. I think you have to dive in Griffin here and hope you draw something playable, though I don't know what that would be.
Pick up the 1/1 rushes.
He played those earlier.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, that was his first turn. So I think he still has to clear the Skyclaw, though. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's representing effectively 8 damage.
Yeah.
On the nice side, you have the evasive worm to clear off the hot air balloon next turn.
Yeah, but here we're probably just gonna see.
Yeah, we're probably gonna see become a 7/10. Everything go face, set up for the two turn kill, and then it might be on a.
Looks like he's gonna make a few. I don't mind making 2 trades here. You're playing around A Ziliax and B Faceless Corruptor.
Yeah, you don't need all of this damage going face, especially if you're keeping up a 7/10.
Yeah.
You can also split it up and have your 2/5 and a 6/6. But choosing to go Crystology here, picking up the other Skyclaw.
I actually like the Skyclaw. I like trading off 2/1/1s.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Choosing to try and keep as much of the board intact, it looks like. Probably see the Micro Mummy, or no, might be making room for Skyclaw.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if he plays a Mecharoo here. I think he still has enough damage with the Skyclaw that I think he viewed it as I don't need to go face. We get to see
this is totally lethal setup.
Trap. I like a tracking into just to try to draw something. Another very interesting thing is he can possibly, I like tracking to try to get a trap and then kill commanding the microcopter to stick him with a large board that of all 1/1s that he can't really deal much damage face. That gives you an extra turn. I'm not sure what you can exactly do with that turn, but
I mean, the only issue with that is he might not run the explosive trap.
Definitely, that's it. It's a deck issue. Running all these dragons, he might not. But yeah, does not look good for Rage this game. But since he's up 2-0, he should be able to feel pretty comfortable.
Quickly.
Yeah, I mean, definitely he should feel comfortable. But this is, when you start getting a bit nervous, like, oh boy, I don't want to get reverse swept.
And the Skyclaw is lethal, correct?
I believe the Warrior is as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
One off.
No, yeah, this is just short.
Yeah.
Here, I think you just slam the war gear down, minus has onto something, and go all face.
I definitely agree.
I think I like it on the micro mummy just because it means that
Options,
there's more
options.
targets to have to kill.
Yeah, I agree with that. Gonna Skyclaw instead.
I'm not sure I like that. You're pushing the same damage face either way.
He
Yeah,
actually missed one damage because he could. Yeah, but well, one damage for one development. He
yeah.
could have traded in a 1/1 and then Skyclawed and yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing really that could
You'll find me
get
wherever
Rage
you
out of this situation, but
No, I think even the Ziliax might
I-
have.
I
Yeah.
honestly, if I was Rage, I would have tracking for Zephyrus there.
yeah,
Zephyrus could have gotten something.
Well,
Yeah.
Zephyrus and the Frost Nova.
Yeah,
Frost Nova or Holy Nova.
Holy Nova Brawl.
Yeah, you don't have the mana for Brawl, but the Holy Nova will give you a little bit of health back, but you're still dead. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, like bottom line is he could have gone for a Zephyrus play there instead of just kind of conceding the match.
Yeah. So didn't go for the Hail Mary, but on to game 4. We got the Priest into the Hunter.
Let the hunt begin.
This is so interesting. Like Rage has unfavored matchups with both the decks left, but because he chose to go with the Highlander, has the best into these decks. Is first thing, and then with that Zephyrus in the opening hand, it's a really big potential that he could take it.
I actually like dropping Zephyrus on 2 to get his mana ramped up quickly with a wild growth on 3. So I would actually keep this entire hand probably if I were a Rage. Ooh. Gives him a good turn 1 to develop. The really nice deck building decision by Turd to include the Bad Luck Albatross to shut down the Highlander.
Yeah. And I wonder if we're going to see Rage play an early Zephyrus just because, that might be the only opportunity he has.
Yeah. I mean, on 2 is often the correct play. So
yeah. And looking at Turd's hand with the Albatross, it's definitely the correct play here.
What must I do?
It's interesting that RageDopple does indeed run Unleash the Hounds in this. That's a very good card to combat wide boards, which we were seeing last.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just kind of steady shot base.
Yeah, I think it got a little worse with the removal of Leroy, but still a fine card, especially if you're looking to combat the wider boards. I'm not sure I like not Forbidden Words on the Sharpshooter last turn.
Yeah, I agree with that.
As a Priest player, I don't find that 1/3 to be very threatening. And if he's trading away the Bad Luck Albatross, it puts him in up. I don't find the Dwarven Sharpshooter to be a big threat against me. It's going to be very interesting. Is he going to be psychopumping out this Bad Luck Albatross from a TerdHerder perspective? Because, yeah.
I mean, especially with this, I think still.
Oh.
Maybe?
I don't like not playing the Zephyrus.
I like the development of the Stormhammer. I don't like the no Zephyrus on 2.
Yeah, I agree. Because now at this point, you're going to see with double Psychopomp and the Albatross in hand, that Zephyrus is never going to be online again this game.
No, yeah.
I feel with the RageDopple
The
deck,
end
you have to seize tempo right now. Yeah. The evasive Feywing is going to mean that he can trade his weapon and the 1/3 into the Bad Luck Albatross to clear that up.
Yeah.
So that's now 6 Albatrosses in your deck, and so your deck quality is just
I wonder.
shot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him.
Yeah, I think you do that, and you're also coining out a Spring Paw.
Yeah, you definitely want to probably take care of the 3/1. Improve chances.
I like to save the coin for Varanus, as you don't really have a good turn 5, but that's definitely a tough call.
No, yeah, really
This
just
is
an
not
awkward spot.
Yeah, I feel like you're also getting the value of slightly diluting the res pool as well.
The value to the res pool and hope. Yeah. You just kind of have to hope he doesn't have another Cycle Pump to block
Yeah.
the work even more. Or a Bad Luck Albatross, so.
And unfortunately for Rage, he has both.
Yeah, I think you probably just go Cycle Pump again.
The end begins.
He will hit the Albatross. It's not looking good for Rage.
No, it's probably an Unleash turn, maybe with the Fairy Dragon.
Yeah, or he might just push a lot face here.
Yeah,
That's
the
actually the really interesting thing is looking at the priest hand, there's not much healing in that hand.
Yeah.
If he decides to just go face and push it all face, he could very easily. In that case, I kind of like a Fairy Dragon Lynx. Lynx clears off the Psycho Pump and just push 8 face, get a hero power in. I like the 3/1 going face. That pushes 8 face, puts him down to 16. You're dealing with a sticky 4/3, but yeah. This protects his evasive though, which I like. That's a really hard minion for Priest to kill, just because it's just so sticky. It's like he has to kind of. I expect we'll see Psychopomp Breath of the Infinite here to clear up, which is one of the few answers.
Yeah, I agree. And then probably just play another Albatross.
yeah.
And at that point, you're getting pretty close to shutting RageDopple out of this game. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it feels really bad to have, 2 Highlander cards in hand when your deck has, 6 Albatrosses now?
Yeah.
Or it's even more than that because you play double Psycho Pump.
10?
Yeah, 10.
Yeah, a third of your deck is a 1/1.
Yeah.
So
the nice thing for Rage is going face. He does have Varanus, which allows his Stormhammer to not lose durability. So if he slams Varanus this turn, he can go face for another 3, setting him up for 12 the next turn.
Yeah.
Wait, how's he getting 12 the next turn?
If the Varanus sticks.
Oh, yeah, true.
I don't know.
The Galakron is going to solve that.
Absolutely.
Is he going? Maybe Zephyrus here?
Yeah, maybe just try and set up a board, but you're not clearing anything off. Like at this point, the Zephyrus is a 3/2. The Hunter can't get through the deck enough to even do that. Like you're going to lose the game. So at this point, it's time to just develop the Zephyrus and eat the loss. Still pretty hesitant too.
Well, I do not like that.
No.
I do not like giving up your weapon. Alright, now at this point, you have to play the Zephyrus, right? I feel like if you're clearing the board, you have to play the Zephyrus.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's really rough. So I think maybe this turn is the Varanus with the Albatross and hope that the Infiltrator clears off your 1/1.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Galakron. Ooh. Yeah, this does not look good for Rage.
No, and especially with Katrina.
Yeah, that Katrina's just gonna start ending this game very quickly.
Yeah, the deck quality for Rage just is not there. You're looking. He's probably, if this Katrina keeps sticking, it's going to make half his deck. Right now, a third of RageDopple's deck is Albatros's.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like RageDopple just this entire game had to be more aggressive. He had to be more aggressive with the Zephyros on 2, developing bigger boards. I think he played too passive, and the Priest is just gonna, exploit that all day.
You have a window to win, and that's it. Once that window is closed, like, you are out of the game. So
yeah,
he looked to probably get a little value. Too much value,
There's a great article called "Who's the Beatdown" that I highly
classic.
recommend. Everybody.
I wonder.
I feel like he has the Varanus Albatross here, right?
Yeah, you need that 7/6 to stick and get to hit the face. Like, that's the only way you're winning this game. It looks like, I think what happened was the Varanus was staying in hand to hopefully combo with the Unleash the Hounds. Like, I think that was the thought, is that turn 9 it was going to get the clear. But it needed to come sooner and be a beatdown tool. But TerdHerder's only 2 damage off of ending the game, just himself. So I think this is fine to just put everything in face.
Definitely.
I like doing a breath, Grave Rune on the Muerte, and healing up and saying you don't have the value. And
I agree.
Yeah, there's there's nothing that they can draw. This game is over.
It's pretty good when you just, shut down the entire purpose of their deck on turn 3.
Yeah. And it looks like we are going to be going to game 5.
Oh man, this is game 5 to decide the entire season.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well fought. I concede.
So it's coming down to that warrior versus the hunter, which again, hunter's unfavored, but this is the closest to even matchup that you could have as the hunter going into the Galakron warrior. So should be a nice match here. Last one to end it.
I believe this is pretty close to 50-50 too.
Yeah. It's very close. Different points of the ladder have a different favorite. I believe at Legend, the hunter is actually favored, but
yeah.
Nice hand for the hunter. Very nice hand, and Turd did not get a good hand.
Turd's gonna have to, I think, throw that all back.
Yeah.
I think Rage is considering. I'm considering a full keep with Toss Ziliax.
Yeah, the Ziliax. I think this is another thing where Rage has to realize that he's the beatdown here.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, I link a coin Fairy Dragon into Injured Trollbeer into Explorer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turd right now does not have a turn 2 play, which is really going to hurt him. Hopefully he can top that bit. His hand curves out. He doesn't have a turn 2, and he really doesn't have a turn 4. So if he could get a chopper, though, that would be a huge draw for him.
Yes, absolutely.
That would fit his turn. It'd give him a turn 2 and a turn 4 quickly. I
think this is a
Coin Fairy Dragon.
Yeah, Coin Fairy Dragon. Gonna coin Corrosive Breath instead. I'm not sure if I like that. I think it's better to develop the board.
Yeah, I definitely like developing in the board. I mean, maybe the thought is dodging the ritual chopper, but
Yeah.
I don't think that that's what you should
At worst,
exactly concern you with.
at worst, that play is available to you next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like this is a pretty easy tool over here.
yeah. I agree.
I've got more left in me.
It's a very good curve for Rage. The
Yes.
I
double,
like getting the invoke out of the way.
Yeah,
yeah.
TerdHerder has nicely picked up a curve for himself. So
still missing the 4 because
Hmm.
unless
Yeah.
you're just playing the Scion Ruin.
I mean, you were saying play the invoke. Alternatively, you can play the crier to pick up a turn 4.
Yeah, take it a little
he's
slower.
probably
Yeah.
picking up the Ziliax with the crier. Is that?
Was Iliax or the 2/2 rush invoke?
Yeah, it depends on the list. I think the standard you're probably not picking up Ziliax. It's probably
Yeah.
just your
Devoted Maniac.
your 4 Galacron rushers. So I really like this setup to play a little bit more on curve. Dig a little bit. You don't really need to awaken this.
Mm-hmm. Here, I think I like the Animal Companion.
Yeah, definitely. You've seen two rush pickups, so you expect the Devoted Maniac, which will clear off the Primordial as well as the Fairy. So you
Yeah.
have 2 rolls on the Animal Companion that don't get cleared by those, and would take the investment of the 1/2s. So you stay a little bit closer to even on the board.
Explorer will find him. Oh, I think Twin Tyrant.
The question is, do you want to take that as late because you want to be pressuring, that late?
Yeah.
A lot of the times the stuff that the Galcron Warrior's playing is a little bit bigger than you
Yeah,
can hit.
that's very fair. Oh, Ankar.
An Ankar, that is really nice to see. I don't think we saw any others, so it might just be a draw risky skipper.
Yeah, I think it's just draw 2 skippers, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's like the best card in your deck in a lot of matchups.
Mm-hmm.
3 mana draw 2, which is also very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
like,
I like Animal Companion into Spring Pod this turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing it doesn't deal with well is Awaken, but yeah.
Yeah, but
I think RageDopple is playing for value here in trying to squeeze in those hero power.
yeah, you don't win through like the burn damage. You win through just getting to stick the board and getting that repetitive minion damage here. Especially when the Armor Smith turns are available to the warrior.
I like Shield here.
Yeah.
The other option would be an Anchor, I think. But I think the Shield allowing Turd to develop.
Oh, I don't know about this play.
Yeah, you push more face damage, but you're not setting up any kind of board. You're giving initiative back to the hunter, which is the entire thing the hunter wants.
Yeah.
You dodge exactly Rotten Drake here, but it's the Highlander, so there's only one. I don't really like committing to play around that.
Oh, just very slow turn from Rage there, though. I kind of like Life Drink or Spring Paw there.
Yes,
I think RageDopple has decided he's committed to hero powering and squeezing in as many of those hero powers as possible. It does be an awkward turn for Turd because he'd like to be shielding on this turn. He'd like to be developing Scion of Rune, but Scion of Rune does not trade well into the Leok.
No, you can develop the Armor Smith alongside it, pick up a couple extra armor, get that 1/4 developed. Unless you want to save it for a big risky skipper turn, you do have the Ankar to find that. But it definitely looks like probably a Scion because there's lots of rush available to the hunter. You don't really want the Leok to stick.
made to fit.
This sets him up for a nice Scion Anchor turn next turn to fill out that curve.
Yes. Oh, turn 8 could be an Ursitron Ziliax.
I
Which
like
is
a Brightwing
very strong.
Ursitron. I like a Brightwing Ursitron this turn to develop.
Yeah,
Just use all that mana.
I agree with that.
Yeah, there's-
RageDopple is very playing for value, and the fact that Turd hasn't drawn Galakron means that his value plan might pay off pretty well. As Turd's going to get a huge value swing with Galakron, but if he doesn't draw Galakron, he really doesn't have the value there long term.
Yeah, but like bottom line is, whenever Turd draws Galakron, this game is going to pretty much be over.
Yes. But there's
Yeah.
19 cards left.
See,
Yeah.
but I don't think he can really win the value because,
Quickly.
like, RageDopple is also counting on drawing some, high quality minions, but TerdHerder's minions are just all in hand pretty valuable, especially with the
Yeah.
AR to develop a little bit more draw. If you rip the Battle Rage at any time, like you're just way further ahead. But
Oh, that could get interesting.
yeah, that's a huge pickup there.
That's a really cool looking card, also.
Yeah. Also, just talk about pure value.
Yeah, if you plan his value, the Dragon Rider in your Dragon Highlander deck is quite strong. I really like just going Ankar and Scion. Yes, the Paladin hero that gives a dragon in your hand +3/+3, and that Death Rattle to give another one in your hand. Kind of
Turd has
like-
really, yeah, I agree with your Scion Ankar. I feel like Turd has really taken the tempo of this game from.
He has.
Yeah, Rage continuing to want to get hero powers in instead of using the mana to develop. I think that really allowed TerdHerder to just keep foot on the gas, keep developing, sticking the bigger board every turn. And now he's going to really get the payoff here, leaving up 10 damage, 12 with the weapon, plus invokes, but it still looks like RageDopple could pull it back with saving up the Ziliax for a big mech turn, the Snip Snap pickup. Still leaves that turn 8 open to him, gain back a bunch of health.
Just really bad for him, this 1/4 sticking on board without a really good way to deal with it.
Yeah.
That's just going to be a lot of armor.
Yes, it is. Like any way that you're choosing to try and clear that off is just a ton of armor. Maybe an unleash and give them 4 armor while you do it, and then develop the Desert Spear and clear off the 3/2 as well. It looks like that is going to be the play.
Interesting. He chooses to clear the armor smith.
Yeah, I think if you don't clear off the armor smith, the hunter the warrior just runs away with armor. You assume that the Ankar grabbed the risky skipper, so you could see a huge whirlwind turn for a ton of armor next turn if that's the route they want to go. But I think
I'm just afraid for my face if I'm Rage here. He's showing 8 on board. That's almost half my health.
Yeah, I think at this point you're committed to that Ziliax Snip Snap turn to try and get you back. But you do also have to keep the ending the game in your mind because, again, the Ankar says that you're going to be behind on cards. So the armor gain that you give would just set up a guarantee that they'll draw the Galakron and end the game eventually. But you're going to be put pretty low here.
Tiamat is a very nice draw here.
Yeah, definitely a consideration. But again, I think that you've backed yourself into the magnetized Ziliax this turn.
Yeah.
Just to get some armor and claw yourself back into the game. Probably going to have to clear off the Scion of Ruin with your face. And the the charger.
The other option is to see him at and rush and clear off the 4-5 and the 3-2 and clear off the sign of room. That gets you really low, but it gives you a chance to actually stick that Zilliax and allow you a good chance to claw back into the game. So
Yeah. I don't know if I like that because you're not leading yourself anymore. And this is like a really pivotal turn of you need to gain some health here. You like looking at this, it looks like you're going to gain at least probably 1 to 2 procs on your lifesteal again, but
yeah,
the
it's
risky skipper.
Probably 1 because you know there's a double risky skipper.
Yeah. So it is going to take the investment of the risky skipper as well as some more cards out of the hand, which maybe you can answer with your spring pause to clean it up, your weapon, your life drinker to get a little bit of health back, maybe see him at, just to develop something big. Like you could be considering that you want to develop a Wind Fury just to try and end the game a little quicker. But it's not looking great either way. Oh, if he chooses to do this, he's going to lose the sign. There you go.
yep.
You can get the full clear or push 1 damage face. I think choosing to push 1 damage face is better. You know, both the magnetizers are gone. You're not too worried.
He kind of needs not that.
Yeah.
You might just have to slam that.
So you slam that, you clear off.
You can clear off a lot of this board with spring callings.
Yeah. You have essentially 5 pings available to you, so that you can clear off this whole board. But you do leave 2 boom bots, and you're going to proc 1. But I think that you might have to develop the crush and hopefully soak up some of those boom bot things here. But I do think you're clearing off the whole board, and I think that King Crush is likely the best way to do it.
I agree, and I think the crush has to go into the 3-2,
Also,
which feels really bad. But
Yes.
also Rush is the CMAT with Wind Fury is 12 damage one face, whereas the Crush is.
oh,
He's choosing to soak up the damage face.
I don't like that. It's also running low on time here.
Yeah.
What's he gonna play? Looks like he's just gonna go for a CMOT. Maybe taunt Divine Shield.
Rush.
Did he get off? He did not get off the attack with the 1-1.
No.
Or he went taunt rush. Oh, that was not good.
That might have been just the last second pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turd
I
is.
went shipping 5 base.
Yeah, I definitely want to push the most damage face that I can this turn.
Wait, you can push 7 face to put him down to 3?
Yeah, I think that is probably the play. Trading off the, maybe you hold on to the Inner Rage. Maybe use the Inner Rage to clear off the 1-1.
I like Inner Rage. Yeah.
Choosing to try and preserve the most amount of stuff on the board.
Yeah.
But, really not a great spot.
Kill command is not what he was looking for.
You're going to have to clear off as much of this as you can, probably.
Yeah.
So,
Bran and kill command, I guess.
I think you want to brand, clearing up the 1-1, prevent any magnetize getting some extra face
Mhm.
damage, and then he'll
I
command
think
off
you
the
leave
2-1.
I think you leave the bomb wrangler up solo.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, you don't want to give them the chance of rolling the boombot before you set up more of your board, get a chance to put up the life drinker.
And
Yeah.
unfortunately, for RageDopple, he still has one.
Oh, that's a really bad draw.
Yeah. Yeah, what it does kind of set up for is, let's say you pick up the Korokron Elite.
Yeah.
You do it
I
with the
don't
heal
like
of the life
playing
drinker.
Skipper here.
And that's
I think Rage has to clear this board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
you're
I think he also needs to develop that life drinker to get
I
a little more.
think he has to play out his entire hand.
yeah, and then possibly really hoping that you stick the. I don't. Ooh,
I mean, I don't think there's a big difference between 8 and 7 damage. Oh, God.
That's. I do think that you're developing that Dragon Rider.
Yeah, I agree. That isn't lethal, though.
I don't object to the hero power, but yeah, such an awkward turn for
3
her.
plus 8,
So
6
I
and
think
8, 14.
right here you go Risky Skipper. You interage your Risky Skipper.
Yeah, and then you make a
Bloodstone
coffin.
Mercenary, and then you clear off their minion with your other interage.
Oh, you're just gonna hero power. Oh, tracking. You're looking for Zephyrus.
Ooh, you
You're
also take
looking
out
for
Boom
Alec.
Pistol. If you Boom Pistol,
Or,
they're
yeah,
locked
yeah.
out of all of their Galakron can't come down and save this game.
True.
You're
Yeah.
dead no matter what
You're-
to the Korokron. So you take this Boom Pistol, you lock them out of the game, you finish it in 2 turns.
Yeah,
Are
I
there
agree.
any taunt dragons with Alex Straza?
Oh, that's a fair consideration.
You're I think you're rolling it. If you go Dragon Queen, I think Boom Pistol Bully is more guaranteed. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
you
so Turd has a 20% chance, well, 18% chance of getting a Galakron. What are the odds that Dragon Queen plays around it? Like, Dragon Queen's the only thing that could. Sorry, not Galakron, Korokron. Dragon Queen's the only thing that answers Korokron. So
Yeah.
it's true.
He needs to make a decision here.
It's chosen to go for
That was-
damage.
Not the play, I don't think. Alright, well, either way comes onto the top deck.
Yeah.
That's not gonna be it.
That's not it. Nope.
Oh my god.
does he have a clear?
No.
There's no way you can clear the 8-7, right?
No, there's no way to clear the 8-7. Or the 3-5 for that. I mean, I guess there's a way to clear the 3-5, but I really
Yeah.
think last turn you had to go in, make them
What a-
commit to that, give yourself another turn for another
Yeah.
top.
Huge.
Oh my god. Rage is gonna. Oh. What a comeback.
Yeah, and I think that will do it with 4th and Inches taking the season.
On a tie between the top 2 teams. What a.
Yeah.
I think that shows really how close these 2 teams were the entire season.
Yeah.
With 4th and Inches just edging out. On 4th and Inches.
1 HP.
What a freaking
Yeah.
game.
1 HP. 1 HP decides the finals. That is. You.
If that Boombot had rolled a 4 instead of a 3. Like,
Yeah, that'd be it.
Yep.
talk about 4th and Inches situation.
Yeah.
Really fitting name. That's fantastic.
Oh my. That was a.
What a huge man.
It's Okay.
So should we
yeah, let's
bring
get
Rage?
Rage in here for an interview. I sent him a
Yeah.
friend request.
All right.
Unless you already have him.
I do not.
Okay.
What a fantastic match, though.
Yeah.
Literally coming down to the last turn of the game.
Yeah, that was very intense. Just so back and forth. The whole time thought it might be that warrior, but the hunter found a way, clawed his way back into that game. The value plan ended up working.
Interesting too is they will end up tying in points for the finals.
Yeah, that was the way it ties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For fourth and inches.
Such a close match between these two. Just really the class of legacy this season was these two teams. I mean, you look at their records, they just really came to play. 8-2 and 7-1-2 for the two teams, just top notch out of both of them. Yeah, really good job. This is why even if you're going to lose a match, that 3-2 picked up by your monk and ends up making the points so they tie. Yeah.
Still no response from Rage. Maybe he's popping some bottles. Can't attend to Discord. But yeah, that was excellent. Great way to wrap up the Legacy season. Just wow. I don't know what else to say. That was a very fun one. Really hope we can get RageDopple in here and congratulate him to his face.
He might just feel like breathing into a paper bag right now.
It looks like we are going to be able to get RageDopple in here.
Sweet.
Clicky clack, yeah. I'm sorry. My
All right, sweet.
Yeah, there we go.
Hello there.
Do we have a Rage?
There is a Rage.
Hey, welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys really lived up to your team name, Fourth and Inches.
That's right, man. Oh my goodness, I'm still shaking like a leaf.
Donde says, "Congratulations."
Oh,
that's what, I need that to be passed on throughout the server. That would be much appreciated.
Okay, we'll definitely have to make sure we get that started once the stream catches up. So, did you have to put on a new shirt after that last game?
That is next. I ran out the room like yelling like, "Oh my god, I did it!" And then I turned around to like sign off, and then I saw like the interview question mark. I was like, "Oh crap, wait, that's right, that's a thing."
Okay, so you were popping metaphorical bottles.
I was a little excited because like I was just so shocked he didn't have 1 point of damage in his hand to finish off.
Talk us through your mindset going into that last match. What were you thinking?
Well, Highlander Hunter is not a deck I've played much of. So there was a lot of nerves going into it because I haven't had much practice with it, which is probably why I roped twice. I had to throw the taunt on Tiamat as a last minute choice because the animation was going to take too long to select both options and then choose a minion to attack. So taunt was the only option there. Just because of not practicing enough, I suppose. But other than that, though, that was a tough match, and it somehow worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely. So, how are you feeling, particularly looking at almost getting reverse swept going into that last match? Like,
Right.
how does that? Where does that play into the mental state? You're looking at 3 back-to-back unfavored with that hunter that, again, you said you didn't have a lot of practice with. Where are you at right there? Is it just I have 3 chances, I will get it?
I guess you could say that it's just, I wasn't very. I knew Hunter was gonna be the toughest matchup for me. That's also why I chose it last as well. And I played a lot with it last night to get me to rank 5.
Yeah.
So I did have some
Nice.
practice.
You
But-
hit Dad Legend right before Dad Legend.
I sure did, yeah. With the help of coping with my teammates, they definitely have been a big support throughout this past couple days to get me prepared for the match. So I really appreciate that from everybody, really.
Yeah. How happy were you to see the curve of your opening hand, though, going into that last match? Were you?
It's definitely something you need with the Highlander deck. It just leads you into the later game and while trying to maintain a good presence on board. So that is that's always appreciated.
What was
no,
your
really,
favorite
no.
deck you played this season?
Probably Galakrond Warlock. Warlock is what started it all for me when I first started Hearthstone. So I started with Zoo as a budget version and then built it up. So I know Warlock doesn't get a lot of love, but I'm a supporter.
Yeah, I definitely think, especially going forward with Demon Hunter coming out and Sack Pack still existing, Warlock might be in a pretty solid spot moving forward. But
I'm hopeful.
yeah. So, what are the plans for the team to celebrate?
I don't know if we figured that out yet. We will have to see. Hopefully, we'll hold like some sort of conference. I think everybody's just excited that we made it. It's been a long season, a lot of back and forth, but I don't know. We'll have to see what they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really felt like you guys and Dad Legend were going back and forth this entire season, so it's very fitting that you guys were playing and it came down to the last play. It's really impressive with you guys.
Yeah, I was it's been an interesting season for me and the THL. I've had a lot of luck, a lot of good support, like I said earlier. So it's just a good way to end it, and I'm very optimistic for both Demon Hunter coming out. I'm very excited for that, and then next season as well. I wish everybody the best of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that'll be a pretty good way to end it. Do you have any last words you want to say to all of THL that's watching?
I'm not that I can think of. Like I said, I really did appreciate the support from my teammates, of course, as well as everybody else who was rooting for me. And I will see you guys next season.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you for coming on. But yeah,
Thank you. And once again, congrats.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
See ya.
I think that'll do it for the stream as well.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. Exciting finish to the Legacy Finals. And yeah, good luck to those still playing in Pro. And good luck next season.
Yeah, and congratulations to Fourth and Inches.
Yeah. Finally got that first down.
Yeah, Catch, Aeon, and Tablast coming on later tonight. I'm not sure exactly what time that is. 9 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah, see you all there. Typhoon versus Nerdstrom. That's Typhoon playing for Aeon and Nerdstrom playing for Tablast.
That's it. That'll decide who goes on to the finals. So
Yes,
very exciting.
take on FTL. So very exciting.
Yeah.
See you all another time.